Based on the story of the Muscogee Creation Story, I wanted us to create little biomes and little environments for animals that maybe they're just our favorite animal, or maybe you're like me and this is my clan. I'm Raccoon Clan, I'm a Woodco, so I like this animal a whole lot, so I used him. But I've got a little deer, I got an otter, I've got some little moss islands and kinetic sand that's really fun to play with, and I've got these little trees back here, so have fun. When the earth was completely covered by water and deep within the darkness of Mother Earth, the seeds of life began to stir. The seeds of life mixed with the earth's soil and the water, then began to generate the first traces of life. Heated by the sun, those traces of life formed into the living beings inside the earth. Eventually, the living beings needed more warmth and light for their growth. Eager for knowledge, the inhabitants needed to escape from the confines of the Earth's center. First, crawfish tried to lead the journey out from the depths of the Earth to the outside world. However, crawfish was unable to break through the mud and became stuck between the Earth's inner and outside worlds. The escape route was blocked for all the inhabitants by the struggling crawfish. Then Turtle, being very well suited for the muddy conditions between the two worlds, decided to lead the way to the next world. Turtle pushed its way from the center of the earth and into the next world. All of the other beings climbed up on its back. Turtle, with all the living beings on his back, gradually emerged through the mud and water and into a world of darkness, fog, and air. All of the living beings had made the journey to a new world of enlightenment atop the great transporter, the turtle. Unfortunately, this world was blanketed with a dense fog caused by the elements of the sun and water. Eventually, the water receded and the living beings left the turtles back for dry land. Again, the animals and humans lived in the dark and cold, wandering around the vastness of the earth, frightened by the darkness caused by the dense fog. The animals and humans began to call out to one another. The animals and humans gathered in groups to comfort each other. All at once, the animals and humans began to pray and chant to the Creator for help from the darkness of the fog. The Master of Breath answered the prayers of the animals and humans and gave relief from the haze of the fog. A strong wind from the east began to blow and push the dense fog away. The removal of the fog signaled the beginning of a new world. The animals and humans were able to see one another for the first time. The animals and humans were very appreciative of one another for coming together in a time of despair. Animals and humans continued the kinship bonds which had formed between them. Humans became clan brothers of specific animals which were present when the fog lifted. Humans learned from the animals' keen sense of their environment and took on characteristics that would facilitate survival. Thus began the life of the Muscogee Creek people and the life of the clans. Remembering, honoring, and respecting these values of animals and humans are a sacred tradition.